Hey guys, Electric DJ 45 here. Happy Wednesday. Today is July 24th. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday morning. It's around 8 o'clock right now. And let's see what's new in the marketplace today. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I make marketplace videos basically almost every day, Monday through Fridays. Sometimes I post on the weekend, but you should also post because I'm also a huge fan of The Boys. I actually watch the show, and I also pay attention to what's happening. And my favorite character is the Deep because the Deep is kind of a good guy, right? Anyways, so today, I guess this morning, really, we got a Year 9 Season 2.3 designer notes. Of course, as you can see here, this came out this morning. And for starters, we got a operator's ban of which is of current. I believe this is from the last uh patch notes, right? Designer notes, I mean, year 2.2. This is right here is PC. I don't play on PC, so I really wouldn't know. But I play on console. This is platinum and above, and I see a lot of these characters a lot, so I kind of think I believe in that. But I really pay attention to the defenders. This is PC, platinum and above, and this is console. Yeah, I see a lot of these three, and I'm usually this Legion, Mute, Cade. Um, and then we got ban rate with console. We got Jackal and then Dokkaebi. Yeah, I believe that. And then PC, a lot of people ban Dokkaebi. Interesting. I like how that's kind of flipped. And then we got top 10 defense operators for console. Got Fenrir, and then we got Capcan right here. Not too bad. And then PC, it's mainly just Fenrir, and this is also Platinum above, but they also banned Myra. So let's get into it. So there's operator balancing. There's actually a lot. They're gonna balance a lot of operators. I think there was like four or five, but basically they're readjusting Kiba barriers. So they're going to increase basically the damage of most weapons in the game, but certain ones by at least 20% and 30%. So with handguns, it's like small and high calibers, and they give you an example, are increased by 20%, but medium calibers like the M45 pistol is 30% increased. And then 20% increased damage by revolvers, 30% damage increased by machine pistols. And this is only for Kiba barriers, like against Kiba barriers. And then some machine guns, so 30% increase by small calibers, but 20% for medium and high calibers, like the K1A, which is, interesting. And then increased by 20% the damage received by assault rifles. This is the same with light machine guns, designated marksman rifles, and sniper rifles. And then 150% by CSRX 300. Is that the Cali sniper? I think that is, right? I could be wrong on that, but all right. Now let's get into some more specific ones. So we got Buck. All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. Someone's just going nuts on their weed whacker. They couldn't just take care of the weed just one singular one like in one go. They kept like revving it up. I don't know, that was driving me nuts. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I was just like rant 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 rant. It's like, dude, that was just driving me insane. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. So we got Buck. And basically they are just removing the Gaunt 6 because they feel like kind of the more explosive play isn't really Buck's main use. They kind of want to mainly have Buck players focus on um, doing environmental destruction and vertical play, and therefore they don't want you know Buck to have explosive access, right? So they're removing the Gonsex. With Echo, they are decreasing his armor stats to 2, but they're increasing his speed stats to 2. This is kind of like a more just like safe change. It's kind of a little bit quote unquote balanced. I wonder if they're gonna do anything with Echo. I feel like they're definitely testing stuff right now. But they also added magnified scopes to the MP5 SD. So we got Ella. With Ella, they removed observation blocker and they added impact grenade, which I think is a good thing. I mean, I don't play a lot of Ella, but definitely those impact grenades are very. I think they're very useful to have. And they did this, I think, um, just to kind of, just to, I don't know. I think they just want people to play Ella a lot more. I think that they said that yeah, here we go. Ella's current lethality is significantly lower than it was in year 3 when we initially removed the grenades. By reintroducing them, our goal is to make her gameplay more dynamic during the round without creating an overly oppressive experience for the attacking team. That's basically what I wanted to say. I should have just read this, but it's cool. Gridlock. So they are actually increasing the damage per second for her Trax Stingers. So damage is increased to 15 HP per second in movement from 10. This is because, you know, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys are like this, but when Gridlock throws her Trax Stingers, you could run through them or you could try to carefully avoid it. And basically, they want Gridlock's Track Stingers to be a lot more intimidating. And so that way, when you face the Track Stingers in your path, Ubisoft wants you to actually just get rid of it and not try to maneuver around it. And so they up the damage by actually kind of a lot, I think. And I'm curious to see how that will play out. But definitely, I think that's a buff for Gridlock for sure. With Melusi, they given her an additional Banshee Sonic defense. So she was at 3 and now she's at 4, which is pretty cool. But with the MP5, they removed magnified scopes from site's options, and they also included a shotgun as a secondary weapon. Um, I think that's kind of interesting because, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let's finish off with Wamai. With Wamai, they just removed his magnified scope from the MP5K. I think this is kind of interesting, but it also kind of makes sense. If you go back to, I think this list right here, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, Wamai and Melusi are pretty much over picked, too strong in the console category. Not really on the PC, but I think that they did this change just to kind of counter the kind of almost the meta this season with Melusi's and Wamai's scopes. I think they definitely want to see the graph change just a little bit, and I think they're just kind of wondering if Melusi and Wamai are you know overpicked or maybe even too powerful just because of their scopes on their weapons. And if it is, they probably won't add it back and they probably won't do any changes to Melusi and Wamai or Wamai. But If it's not, we could definitely see a nerf in the future, and hopefully, that's not the case because yeah, it just sucks to see a devastating nerf to an operator or not, unless it's like well deserved. But I don't think Melusi or Wamai needs a nerf. I think they're balanced pretty fine, but I think I don't know. I really don't know. But usually when I go up against a Melusi and a Wamai, it's it's pretty fair. I mean, I usually kind of win the gunfights anyways, but anyways, let me know of your thoughts below about the changes. Let me know if you guys think that the changes to Wamai and Melusi are fair. I mean, their sites are getting removed, so let me know if that's a win or a loss in the comments below, and also let me know of your thoughts on the other changes that happened as well. But I think definitely the big ones to take away will be the Kiba barrier damage increase, and then the or damage received really, and the track stingers for Gridlock, and yeah, Wamai and Melusi. All right, let's get into comparing prices today. So starting off, we got the R4C. Uh, so yeah, minimum was 75,000. Last sold price was 73,000 yesterday. This is yesterday's chart, and today it's at 68,000. So not too worrisome in my opinion, but prices are still kind of increasing. I mean, we just saw a couple. We saw this one go up by 1,000. The SMG 11 has kind of skyrocketed. Last sold at 40,000, which is pretty good, not too bad. And then we got the 416C Carbine Glacier, 35,000. This is at 37,000. Okay, not too bad. 35,000. We got the AK-12 Glacier, 40,000, 34,000. Um, you know, it's kind of averaging out. We got the 9X19 VSN Glacier, 32,000. Okay, the Commando Glacier is definitely pushing that 30,000 price point. Not too bad. Shotgun 27,000, 25,000. That decreased unfortunately. 42 Glacier is kind of hanging in there. MP5K Glacier 28,000. Not too bad. This skin 23,000. Carbine Glacier 20,000. And then the shotgun 20,000. Yeah, so we're getting into a lot of the 19,000. Oh, P90 19,000. This has increased. That looks good. AK-12. Yeah, minimum's 20,000. Last sold at 18,000. It seems like the last sold prices have kind of dipped. Some of it has kind of stayed up with the minimum, but a lot of it has kind of just um, dropped down just a little bit, which I think is kind of interesting. This might have been a result of the designer notes, but I don't really think so. Um, I definitely think that prices are definitely steady at this point, and I think people are just trying to get some items for cheap, which I don't blame anyone for doing that. We get this pistol right here. This was mentioned in the designer notes. This was a medium caliber pistol. 10,000 R6 credits for Glacier, and then 9,000 for AK-12 Gold Dust. And let's go on to the next page. We got the F2 Gold Dust. Nice. 5.7 pistol. We got this weapon for 9,000. And we're seeing some pretty much average price points. Kind of like the small changing prices on the list, looks like. But yeah, I don't know when the update comes out. I'm pretty sure the designer update comes out relatively soon, maybe next week, honestly, or maybe this Thursday. But yeah, I'm kind of curious about that Gridlock update. I really think I think that's kind of a strong update. Um, I'm curious to see about the Melusi and Wamai change on the sites. I know a lot of people will be devastated, so I'm kind of afraid of saying that, it's a W or an L. But I will say this: my teammate does play he plays as Melusi, and he does use the ACOG, and he does pretty well with her. So it kind of sucks. But also, like, looking at it as from a attacker standpoint, it just makes it easier for me to attack. So, you know, it's it sucks, and I could definitely sympathize with people who like the ACOG for Melusi and Wamai, and overall, it is kind of an L regardless. But yeah, it's I don't think it's too bad, but we'll see. But we'll see what it leads to. Um, because if it's not the weapon and if it's not the sights, then I could see how some nerfs for Wamai and Melusi will happen in the future. And my dogs are barking, man. Just a crazy morning. And let's check out what I can sell today. Not a lot I can sell, really. And that is just that. Yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know of your thoughts below about the designer update. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.